Sam Bankman-Fried, reject. Yeah, you heard me right. He tried to get out of the Bahamas. Didn't really work out. We're going to go over the backstory that we're hearing. Just hearsay. We're going to go over that story as well as, again, I mentioned it last week, and it's becoming to the forefront. There's a lot of money hanging around here in Alameda and FTX, and there's a lot more stories that are happening. We're going to go over that. Coinbase is taking all over the place. Today on OG Crypto and NFTs, welcome everyone. My name is Troy, and alongside me is my producer, Emi.
Hi.
We're going to go over the latest news in digital assets as well as NFTs. But before we jump into that, hit that subscribe button. It's that little blue box right there. Yep, that's what you want to hit right down below. Let's see if we can get to 165 subscribers today. Things that make you go, Let's do it. So Ben Armstrong, BitBoy, had flew out several days ago to the Bahamas, and he wanted to be there at that hearing in the Bahamas with Sam Bankman-Fried and his lawyer, but he had something up his sleeve, according to Ben. He had a complaint. Now, the Bahama government said many moons ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, that they had not received a complaint from one depositor about any of the issues. And so with that being said, all BitBoy did was bring somebody who had lost money and he had filed a complaint. Well, when Sam Bankman-Fried showed up in court with his lawyer, all of a sudden this was presented to him and it really freaked everybody out. The lawyer wanted to read it, so they had to call the hearing off and they went over it. Now, since then, it looks like we are going to see Sam get extradited. Now, what's kind of screwed about this extradition is that as he's going to sit and rot in a Bohemian jail, when he comes to the United States, he already made the deal with the district attorney over in New York to get bailed out right away, and he's not a flight risk. Well, come on, guys. This guy has screwed so many people. I think he's a menace to society, or I think society's a menace to him at this point. If you have 1 million people whirling around, losing money, VCs losing money, there might be a target on his head. I'm just throwing it out there. Let's move on to the next article. All right, Alameda tried to redeem 3,000 wrapped Bitcoin days before the bankruptcy. BitGo CEO says, yes, let me just steal it all. They had it on BitGo, exchange, and actually what happened, as I understand it, was that one of the members of his team who hadn't had a whole lot of contact with BitGo called up and said, hey, just send the 3,000 over to us in a wallet that they hadn't recognized. BitGo CEO gets involved, says, I don't think that's going to happen. We need Sam to give us a call, or maybe Caroline. Of course, they didn't. Look like just another covert operation amongst the FTX Alameda, Secret Service there, trying to just cash grab everything in sight. Didn't happen. So we have at least 3,000 Bitcoin that's wrapped Bitcoin that's sitting there amongst all the other assets that the bankruptcy court's going through. Hopefully we'll see some of the depositors get a portion of their money back, but literally we want to see something bigger. And this is what's been discussed, especially from one side of the aisle and the bankruptcy court. They want to see clawback to all the money that was given to all these government officials for their campaigns. We want to see the whole truth. Sam Bankman-Fried, when he's out on bail, he'll get easily subpoenaed to Congress, and we're really going to find out what's happening. I don't think he can use the Fifth Amendment here. I think the guilty party is already on there. That's why I'm kind of confused why you'd even give this guy bail, because the new CEO is screaming and yelling fraud, wire fraud, and a bunch of other bad things. Next, Coinbase is taking a crap. We all know that, but the joke on the street is that their stock continues to fall, and now Dogecoin is worth more than Coinbase. Now, Coinbase is considered the second largest exchange in the world. It's the only American exchange, largest American exchange. Binance is number one. Of course, we're seeing a lot of FUD being thrown at Binance. We saw a lot of FUD 3 or 4 months ago, thrown at Coinbase. Guys, regardless, I can't say it 100 times. I'll say it 1,000 times. Custody your own crypto. Regardless, there's cold wallets out there with the nanos, or you can go on hot wallets. Just make sure it's not on their exchange where they can take your money and run. Next. Now, I've been seeing more and more of this, but it looks like credit card companies are warming up to it, and now exchanges are as well. It says Uniswap to allow users to buy cryptocurrencies using debit and credit cards. Wow. Now, I've been saying this for a while. I knew it was going to happen. When there's adoption that's going out there, look at the BIS, Bank of International Settlements, said that they are suggesting to banks that their clients can hold 2% in cryptocurrencies. We're just continuing to see the adoption. Unfortunately, here in the United States, we have Senators Warren and just a bunch of idiots, a bunch of idiot Democratic senators out there and Congress people saying that, hey, we should ban cryptocurrency. You ban it, you will be behind, and you will always be behind on it. The innovation that's happening and adoption is going so quickly. The problem is that you, on the blue side, decided to have Gary Gensler as your chief executive idiot, CEI, to run the well-known, hated SEC, and he has no rules in place. He has no idea what's happening. All he's doing is listening to the big banks above him that pay him the big bucks that he meets all the time because they want to slow down innovation, because guess where they make their money? Yes, from you and all the fees they cause you for wire fees, bank account fees, savings fees, transfer fees. That's where all their money's at. And if they can slow down innovation, they're going to make more money for a longer period of time. Look at what's happened. This is the bullshit that's happened. Today, Wells Fargo got nailed for $3.7 billion by the CFTC for bad mortgages, bad auto loan fees, as well as customer account fees such as savings accounts and loan and auto loan accounts. And what happened? Where did that money go? Yes, you are right. Not in the people's pockets that actually got screwed. It goes back in the government's pocket. So they're able to do that. Look at banks just want this to go slow because they're just screwing the people that they're absolutely their customers and depositors. Next. Amazon launches documentary series showcasing NFT impact around the world. I'm going to just kind of go through this real fast. I think this is going to be pretty cool. We're looking forward to it. I don't know if this is going to be pro or anti NFTs. There's a lot of people out there that are starting to embrace NFTs, but that's only 5% of the population. 95% are just like outside looking in, throwing their hands up. All they hear about is rug pulls and all this crazy stuff. Guys, it's here and it's here to stay. There's so many use cases for it. We'll definitely get into, and actually we're going to get into NFTs here in a minute. So we know that the adoption's here. We want to go over that every single day with you about what's cool in NFTs. Next article. I am bringing our producer Emi in on this. This is something that she's excited about.
What?
1/3 of singles are ready to date in the metaverse. Survey says, ding.
Would you date in the metaverse?
Oh my gosh, I gotta move in closer. Oh,
yeah.
So would I date in the metaverse? Well, I mean, that's kind of a different girlfriend in a different world, right? Because guess what? I'm motherfucking old right now, but in the metaverse, you could be anything and anyone. I could be a creature. I can be younger. I can be a monster. I can be a devil. I can be an angel. I can be an animal. I can be anything.
Okay, so that is the first thing I think about. If you can catfish big on a dating site, imagine the way you could catfish in the metaverse.
Okay, but let's keep the metaverse in its own little metaverse. Let's not bring the metaverse into IRL. I'm going to say that because...
But I'm just saying the catfishing issue in general,
okay,
right?
So if I kept dating and my metaverse life in the metaverse, I'm not going to get catfish unless I'm going to be handing tokens over
Do
or
you understand what
cryptocurrencies.
catfishing is?
I understand what catfishing is. It's
Are
saying,
you sure?
okay, hold on. Real white catfishing is I pretend to be somebody that I'm not, right?
You start a romantic relationship with someone.
Correct.
Yeah.
If I'm in the metaverse and I have a romantic relationship in a metaverse and it stays in the metaverse and I'm not exchanging money, well, that's on you and that's it. Okay? That's how I look at it. If I had to separate, this isn't because in the metaverse, you are going to get catfished. Why? Because I don't think anyone's going to be who they are.
I don't either.
Okay? I don't think you're going to be who you are, and I don't think I'm going to be who I am.
Yeah.
I'm going to be what I want to be. I'm going to be who I want to be. Can I walk into a metaverse bar and sit down and talk to you and have fun? Absolutely. Okay? But I'm never going to touch you.
Yeah.
Right? I'm never going to have that physicalness. If I want that, that's IRL.
Yeah.
That's not the metaverse. So I think this is the icebreaker. But if the younger generation who thinks that they're going to get a real relationship starting in the metaverse to go outside the metaverse, well, MTV's going to have to come up with a 52-week show on that bitch. Come on.
Yeah, definitely. So the part of this that I think is kind of silly is they think, okay, so dating.com says the metaverse can help propel dating into the future, especially as avatars become more reflective of users. So they're trying to say as if it would be you and you'd go try to date someone for real.
Okay, so let me ask you this, Emi. You and me have OG crypto and NFTs. We have a Twitter account, right? Now, if you look at it, does it have a female or male taste to it? No, has neither. If you read all the tweets, okay? You see on there, people call us males and females.
Yeah.
And I don't correct anybody.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And in fact, I'd like to actually add a picture of both of us on the front. I remember I talked about this weeks ago.
Yeah.
So they see both of us, right? They don't go like right. So they know that because when someone says, they act like we're female, I want to go, oh, there's both of us here, so I don't want to.
This is a good point, right? Because if you create an avatar that goes into the metaverse, right? How do you know that it's really the person? Like, how do they know it's not two people running that avatar?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Or how do they know that 5 people aren't running the Twitter account when you have an avatar of an NFT?
Yeah.
Because crypto, if you look at crypto Twitter, what do you see? You see all the NFT world has avatars.
Yeah.
Right? They have their NFT as avatars.
Well, NFT is your profile picture. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Then if you look at artists, they usually have a piece of their art
as their profile picture.
Right.
Yeah.
So then you look at cryptocurrencies, or you look at the XRP army, the Bitcoin army, the Cardano army, whatever. They usually have an avatar of something related to that.
Yeah.
So unless you have the girls having you can't even say they have all these risque pictures because they want more followers. You don't even know that's them anyways.
Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah. This is interesting. If it really is going to be for like a dating site, right? Because they say here at the bottom, like, oh, it can bring different people from all over cities, countries, continents, right? They would need some sort of like authentication something.
So if you, but still,
I just see it as highly problematic.
So if they had authentication and I went as a privacy, because it's privacy authentication, right? It's not, you're not going to come back and say, you're Emi blank, right? You're gonna go, yes, you're an authentic person, and you have a blue check mark or whatever like Twitter has, right? So that's all it's really gonna be. I think that it needs to be in its proper place.
I agree. Yeah, because it could be very problematic.
Right. So let's go one step further. Have you seen Ready Player One?
Yes.
Okay. You know they dated, right? It was a guy and a girl, right? And the big tough avatar was a female. Right? And you didn't know that until you went into it. We can be anything we want in the metaverse. That's why if you want to fall in love with the metaverse, lover beware.
Yeah, use caution big time.
Right.
And don't give out any passwords.
Oh my God. Or don't send money. I mean,
don't send money.
Don't send crypto because it'd be crypto, right?
Yeah.
So that's I mean, I get it. Maybe this is the way of going dating, but everyone's not going to be that way. So you fall in love with personality.
For sure. I definitely think, like you said, it shows that adoption is moving along, and I feel like every industry that has an app is going to look for their way to fit. You know what I mean? So dating.com is like, how do we get in the metaverse? You know, so I think that's also kind of what it is. So it'll be interesting, like, if it actually pans out well, or like you said, if MTV has catfishing.
Yeah, 52 weeks, right?
Metaverse edition.
So let me ask you this, okay? Have you used a dating app before?
When I was younger, yeah.
Okay, so yes. Would you, if you were single right now and this was available, would you dabble into this just to see how it was?
Like in another world, if I had this job at like 22, probably.
Okay, hold on though. But now you're at, well, not at divulge.
Yeah, I don't say how old I am.
Exactly. But I mean, today, if you said, okay, I'm single and I want to go to the metaverse, would you take a picture of this?
I don't know, dude. I'm not sure.
You do.
Probably would.
You would.
I'd probably make myself a killer girlfriend. Yeah.
Killer girlfriend NFTs.
Yeah.
So that's, you see what I'm saying? So people don't know, right?
Yeah.
They just don't know. And that's where the reality is not going to be here in the metaverse. Now, somewhere down the road, I think that the dating apps are all going to go away and people are going to really, this catfish is really going to go crazy in here, right? Yeah. And it's there's no ifs, ands, or buts. People are going to be taken, and it's going to be funny when they go, oh yeah, well this monster animal Godzilla looking guy, I gave him $300 because he needed it for his car. Yeah. Right? You see how funny that just sounds ridiculous. Yeah.
Or like the Tinder swindler. There was a guy who was swindling women on Tinder, basically exactly how you said. Like,
say it, I don't. So we had a picture of somebody else?
No, it was him, right? Okay. But he'd go on these dating apps and he would say, like, these people are after. I'm in fear for my life. I need money so I can run for safety.
Oh my God.
And you would be shocked at the amount of women that fell for it.
So, wait, he put that out there in a Tinder app.
Like he would message, he wouldn't put it on his profile. He'd start messaging and like build a relationship, and then he would say he was like in trouble and that his enemies were after him and that he needed money to get to. It was ridiculous, but it worked so many times.
So let me say this: you could bot that. Yeah. In fact, go one step further. ChatGPT.
That would be crazy.
Because ChatGPT is all text-related artificial intelligence.
Yeah, you can do it easily. I'm sure.
And you can get ChatGPT to answer
any question,
1,000 questions, and it's a learning AI. Oh my God,
that would be insane, right?
Because you do that 500 times. You could literally take the database and DM them all.
Yeah. So basically, he would get like a large chunk of money from one woman, right? He'd stop talking to her, he'd block her from everything, and then he'd start entertaining other women, using that money to make himself look legit. Get money from her, and so on and so on and so on. And there was multiple women that were like educated that had like $100,000 that they. Like multiple women. Yeah, so I can see something like that being a huge issue in a space like this.
Maybe we should have just a segment just on this.
We should, honestly, we should. Yeah, I didn't think this was going to be this interesting when we first brought it up. But okay, moving on. Coolcats FC uses Chainlink RF to give out rewards in a fair way.
So Coolcats is a blue chip NFT project that's 1 year old. FC is a football club using Chainlink virtual reality to give out rewards in a fair way. So what they did, there's 10, well, I'll go over what Coolcats was a year ago. What they were is a collection of 10,000 cats, blue cats that were all in different looks, forms, from basically, from the chest up. And that's where that. So from here, they want to mix themselves into the soccer tournament.
One football for the World Cup.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think it's interesting they timed this very well, and they used a random number generator. So essentially it was like a lottery or a raffle, so that it wasn't like specific people are having better chances of winning.
So what makes a scarcity?
Game worn and signed items. There we go.
Signed items.
Yeah, and then a couple in-person events. So I think it's interesting and definitely like important to focus on giving out rewards like that.
Well, what's interesting is that this is a 10,000 NFT collection, and they only have 3,000
rewards to give out.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, NFTs with the rewards in it, so only 30% of the collection even got one of these, and that's where they had to argue this down and make it
Fair. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you very much for joining us. Do me a favor. There's plenty of comments below. You can absolutely add in there. What do you think about a dating site? And I think that maybe sometime this week, me and Emi will just go over this particular section or topic.
Yeah.
And we're going to go and just have it, just talk it through again. Because, we're probably on 15, 20 minutes right now.
Yeah, we are.
That's crazy. We went crazy on this. So otherwise, you guys have a fantastic day. And we will definitely see you tomorrow.
Bye.